Hey, what's good? What's good? We're gonna do a little bit of gameplay here. A little bit of gameplay video for y'all. Super old game, but arguably the greatest football video game, American football that is, ever created. NFL 2K5. Thank you to Soft Drink TV. Who else? Not the expert. And especially Coach Dawkins. You guys' channels made me kind of want to do something like this. Because, one, I love this game. And two, I kind of just, honestly, I never really did the franchise mode when I used to play this back in the day. So seeing you guys do the franchise modes on your channel, Soft Drink TV, just seeing you in general talk about the different games and shit, made me kind of want to do something like this. So yeah, and then Coach Dawkins, your channel made me want to do NFL 2K5 franchise. I thought that was mad cool what you were doing. So yeah, so I did one myself. Eli Manning, can Eli Manning be the GOAT out here? Can Eli Manning be the GOAT? I picked the Giants because they're the second worst team in the game rankings wise. The Chargers are the worst team, and I actually picked them to do an earlier. They're actually my favorite team. Funny, what do you know? And LT's one of my favorite players, LaDainian Tomlinson. But I picked them to do a franchise earlier, about a couple weeks ago now, or 3 weeks ago. And I stopped. We were 3-5 when I stopped playing it. So we had won the first 2 games and lost 3 straight, and then the season was just never really right after that. But I said, I wasn't recording that one, but I watched Coach Dawkins' channel after I did that NFL 2K, and I was like, this is cool. So yeah, I just tried to I wanted to do it again with the Giants, so not the worst team, but the second worst team. And then Eli Manning is a rookie in this game, so I'm gonna end up taking Kurt Warner out, putting Eli Manning in. You can see his numbers there. He's a rookie from Ole Miss. Putting him in and then seeing what we can do. Seeing, can we get him some ring? Maybe more rings. I think he had 2 in his career. Let's see if we can get him, more rings. Let's see if he could be the GOAT, right? Let's see if we can make him the GOAT in a whole playable life, if you want to say it, from 2K5. So yeah, I guess if that makes sense. We have the opportunity to kind of recreate history and do whatever we want here. Just see what happens in this little franchise mode. So I want to see if I can make him the GOAT. So yeah, you can see Kurt Warner's player card here. Not a bad career. I think, did he win 1 Super Bowl with the Rams? I think he won 1 with the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly which year that was in. 1999, 2000, or 2001, or something like that, I think. Tiki Barber, you can see him on our depth chart here. He's pretty good. I think he's 8 years pro in this game, so he's essentially kind of in his prime now. Maybe you could argue a little bit past. I mean, running backs in the NFL don't last too long, right? I heard a stat of they last 3 years or something. So, I mean, given that this is his 8th year, he's in his prime, or maybe a little bit past his prime. You can see his good numbers. He had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons there, it seems in 2002 and 2003. So the last 2 years in this game, the last 2 years, he had 1,000-yard seasons. So, you could say he's in his prime right now. Let's see what we can do with that. See some of the other players on our depth chart here. Chris Snee is his first year in this one. Michael Strahan's a complete beast in this game. I didn't know he was a beast this long in his career. He's an absolute beast ratings wise in this game. Okay, let's go to our schedule here. This is our preseason. We've got the Titans, the Lions, the Broncos, and the Seahawks in our preseason second week bye. So I'll sim all of these games. I'm not gonna play the preseason, but this is interesting. If you never played 2K before, you haven't played it in a while, this scouting is a pretty interesting feature. that you can kind of utilize. I did it a lot in my Chargers franchise, but I fucked it up, so I didn't really know how to do it well. Because all my players lost overall. They lost ratings essentially after all of these, like, getting a practice week. And then you'll see later, even when I do nothing in the preparation in that week, the players still lose ratings. So I'm not sure how to do it so, like, my players are gaining ratings. See, like, -3, and it just stays like that for a while. It's all good. The ratings in this game I don't think they matter as much as Madden. So it is what it is. But you see, we have some good receivers out there. Amani Toomer, Ike Hilliard, some like pretty good receivers out there. And you see -5, right? So I mean, he's essentially an 85 overall. But for some reason, when you do preparation, it all goes to shit. I don't know why. We got some good players. We got tight ends. Jeremy Shockey's an absolute beast at 91 overall. This guy's a beast. 90 route running, 81 speed, 84 catch, pretty good. And then we got our line here. I think I end up going through all. Sean O'Hara, Rich, Subert. Some of these guys I don't know. O'Hara I knew. See, Chris Nee's a rookie in this game. He ends up being one of their better linemen later. Pettigout, I don't know him. Fred Robbins, don't remember him. This is Michael Shansey. He's a beast, 96 overall. He's 12 years pro in 05. Damn. So no wonder everyone was celebrating when he won that Super Bowl, because he was good for a while before he even got to that Super Bowl in 07. I think he retired after that Super Bowl too, if I'm not mistaken. OC Umenyiora is pretty good too. Umenyiora was like a few years pro in this game. Will Allen and William Peterson are actually really good. You'll see that coming up in the games. These guys are actually not bad. They're pretty good. I'm glad to have them on the corners. An 80 overall isn't bad. You got an 80 overall, and then I think Will Allen was like 81 or 80 or something like that before he got nuked by... I see 81 overall before getting nuked due to practicing, I guess, or maybe practicing improperly. I don't exactly know what I did wrong. Sean Williams at strong safety, he's actually pretty good coming into the games. You'll see Stoudemire is pretty damn good. The man's fast, but you'll see that coming up. He's pretty fast. Matt Bryant, we got kicking. Pretty good, 3 years pro. I remember him in like the Madden games later. In this game, he's 3 years pro from Baylor. Jeff Eagles, whoa, he's 17 years pro in this game. Jeff Eagles, I remember this guy in some Maddens. Damn, that guy been around for a while. 17 years pro in 05. That's something. That means he's been playing since the 80s. That is something. Have a career spanning from the 80s to the 2000s. That is one kind of career. That is a very long career. The man was playing in the 80s back when the Niners were winning Super Bowls. It's just crazy. That's something. But yeah, I think I exit out of here really quick. There we go. And then we play the game. I think I end up simming most of this. Yeah, sim the game. I'll probably try to find some like corny music or whatever. Put it in the background during this like little talking here before we get to the game. We went 3-1 in the preseason. That's not bad at all. And this is supposed to be a team that's the second worst in the league. So I wonder how much these ratings matter. I mean, 3-1 is not a bad mark, but it is the preseason now. And now let's kind of see how some of the other teams did. I did the Sports Center. I'll kind of do like Coach Dawkins does, and I'll do the Sports Center during the halftime of the games. But because this is the preseason, like, so I'll cut that into the middle of my videos. Since this is the preseason, though, I just showed it at the beginning. You can see the Niners went 0-4, the Chargers went 2-2. Giants, we went 3-1. Seahawks are good, and they went 0-4, so it is the preseason. I guess we can't take too much stock into this. Raiders went 2-2. Titans went 1-3, but Titans are pretty good, so can't sleep on them. Dolphins aren't great, but they went 3-1. Lions aren't great either. They went 1-3. Jets 2-2. The Texans are like among the worst teams in the game as well. I don't know if they're third or like fourth or something. But, like they're among the worst, but they went 3-1. Ravens went 3-1. Eagles went 2-2. Eagles are scary. With T.O. T.O. is literally 100 overall in this game. What is this? Colts Jags. Starve and Marvin Harrison out there. What a catch, getting his feet in bounds. Colts win that game. They're 2-2. Jaguars are 0-4, but they're not that bad in this game. I don't think they're that bad in this game rankings wise, but they went 0-4 in this preseason. Peyton Manning put up big numbers in that. Dominic Rhodes gets signed to the Colts. 6 years, $6.4 million, $1.27 million signing bonus, and that's actually pretty good money in this game. I need to learn how the contracts work in this game. Contracts, they kind of work a little bit different than Madden. Like it's a lot lower money. I don't know if inflation really affected prices that bad. I don't think they were making $6 million in 05. I think they were making more, even running backs. But you know, inflation's been going exponential, so I don't really remember. I have to look that up to tell you for sure. Cornelius Griffin, I do remember this guy being a beast. 4 years, $4.6 million, $1.4 million signing bonus. I remember that guy being pretty good. And he's going to the Bears. Packers are 4-0. Packers are scary as a team in this game. Brett Favre's good as fuck. Amon Green's good. Bears went 2-2, I believe. The Steelers 2-2. Rams 2-2. Both good teams. Falcons and it's Falcons and Rams. My bad. Both good teams. Chiefs are good in this game. Broncos are pretty good. Broncos go 3-1. Chiefs go 2-2. No surprise there. Both teams are pretty good. And the injury reports, Brock Marion out for 5 weeks. So that is the free safety for the Lions is out. And then you see some of the other injuries. Brandon Lloyd out for 5 weeks with a broken foot. Steven Jackson out for 5 weeks with a torn bicep. And we got Tony Richardson, the fullback for the Kansas City Chiefs, is out for the entire season with a torn ACL. And, you know, this game has some pretty unique injuries, but a torn ACL, man, whether you're playing Madden, whether you're playing this game, that's going to be out for the season, most likely. Torn ACL. Now we're going to Saints versus... Who are these? Saints. I forget the others. At Skins. Yeah, Saints versus Skins. Deuce McAllister. Nice run there. Both teams went 2-2. Deuce McAllister put up big numbers there. Hence, Tiki Barber actually gets primetime player for the 5th week of the postseason. You know, he's in his prime right now. Torrey Holt, look, 190 yards, 4 reception TDs. Dang, if they carry that stuff into the season. Okay, yeah, I went... So that Sports Center ends. I went to my injury report. But I was saying, if those people carry those numbers for the season, especially Tiki Barber, we could be in for a good season there. I think I checked out the injury report here because there was one huge injury. There was a career-ending injury. See, look at that. Courtney Brown out for the career. They don't mess around with these injuries in this game, man. A foot stress fracture, and that's going to take him out for the career. What an injury, man. That was the worst injury I've ever seen in this game. Out for the career. There's a couple of people out for, like, Tony Richardson is out with the torn ACL, out for the season, but out for the career. That's the worst injury I've seen in this game. And now the moment of truth. We put Eli Manning starting above Kurt Warner. The controversial move out here. Eli Manning starting ahead of Kurt Warner. And our first game is against the Eagles. Giants-Eagles. Our first game. And Terrell Owens is literally 100 overall. He's 100 overall in this game. So he's an absolute beast, Terrell Owens. And he was in real life. He was a beast at this point. I think he was arguably the best receiver. I mean, Jerry Rice was he's still in this game. Like in 2005, he was playing still. But you could argue Terrell Owens was like basically in his prime. It was like Randy Moss and Terrell Owens in this game are basically the two best receivers. And Terrell Owens should have won a Super Bowl too. Randy Moss probably should have won too if I think his name was Morton Anderson didn't miss that kick, and I think it was 98. Moss should have probably had a Super Bowl win. And then obviously the 16-0 Patriots, I mean, they went all the way up to what, 18-0. They went all the way up to 18-0 and then lost to the Giants, man. That was a crazy-ass game. So you could argue Moss should have had 2 Super Bowls, or at least 1 Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I kind of go nuts with this. This is my first time kicking in a long time in this game, and then my controller's kind of fucked up a little bit on my PS2. Yeah, this is... I'll kick it eventually, but I was spazzing out for a good amount of time here. But yeah, like I was saying, even Terrell Owens should have had a Super Bowl too with those Eagles. Alright, now the kickoff. It's received by 80. I don't know, I think that's Mitchell. All the names I'm not too sure of. I think that was Mitchell. Alright, see, look, Strahan on the right side there. We got Westbrook going for a gain of 10 yards up to a first down. Brian Westbrook is super fast in this game. And we got 1st and 10. That's a gain of about 4 yards. But from the fullback, Richie. Ball is on the, 35-yard line. Sorry, this I'll get better with this play-by-play over time. This is my first time doing it. I'm just kind of chilling right now, trying to do it. They pitch it to Westbrook, goes to the right, picks up a gain of 5 yards. 3rd and 1. They're in a long 1 yard out here. Westbrook in the backfield. Richie at fullback. I formation. Where they pass it backwards? Did he get it? 4th and he didn't get it. That's surprising. I thought he got that actually. I'm surprised he didn't get it. 4th and 1. They end up punting us the ball. So that's a pretty good defensive stand. In this game, the Giants' defense, I mean, even their offense doesn't look too good, but their defense isn't that good. But I mean, they're showing us different. Joyce, who's a pretty good returner, takes us to the 27-yard line. So now Eli Manning's first snaps here. What's going to happen? Can this man be the GOAT? Let's see. We got the routes going there. Ooh, an incomplete pass, but there's a flag on the play. What is the flag? Looks like we got pass interference on the defense. Which is not bad. We'll take that. Ball on the 33-yard line. We will take that. Now we got Tiki in the backfield, I formation, only gains a yard. Let's see if we can get our running game going. I know, at least from the preseason, we know Tiki Barber's somewhat explosive out here, given those numbers he put up. So let's see what he can do. He dodges out to the left, and he gains another 1 yard, so they kind of sealed the corners out there. Not bad, especially with Tiki Barber in that backfield. You gotta seal the corners, man, because he'll break one. Eli Manning drops back to pass, and that's tipped. Amani Toomer with the catch off of the tip. So Eli Manning completes his first pass off of the tip. The defender tips it. Tiki Barber, Tiki Barber out to the 20, out to the 10. Tiki Barber, touchdown. Tiki Barber breaks one. For about 40 or 50 yards. Dang. What a run. Tiki Barber, man, he's explosive. You gotta lock up those corners, man, because if he takes to the outside, he could be gone. That's a touchdown for us, 7-0. We kick the ball off. Mitchell grabs it and gets decked at the 28. Mitchell gets completely decked at the 28. McNabb takes the field again. The lone back is Brian Westbrook. Let's see what they have to answer with that touchdown. We miss a sack there. He tries to scramble. He only gets the ball up 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Let's see if they can respond to that massive touchdown run by Tiki Barber. McNabb takes the pass. Ooh, who is that? Is that Terrell Owens? That is Terrell Owens. It looks like we have an injury. O.C. Humaniora. That is not good. Our left end is going to be injured out here. Dang. He's part of our beast package of that front four. Our front four's got to be solid. Humaniora is out. So let's see how that goes. And that ball is tipped. Tried to complete it to Owens. Owens 100 overall, man. You know it's scary anytime the ball flies toward that guy's hands. He gets it. Oh, Brian Westbrook drops it out of the backfield. It's 3rd and 10. Will they get stopped? Can they respond to that huge run by Tiki Barber? He passes it down. Damn, and that's a wide open Terrell Owens right there. I mean, we were in coverage, but, you know, he found that hole in the coverage. I formation. Westbrook, the tailback. He takes it up the field for a yard there. Pretty good stop by the defense. Pretty good stop, Joseph. Right, he rolls out to the left. Donovan McNabb rolls out and it gets tipped. Nice play, but I think that was that William Peterson out there. I forget which one's which on which side. I believe that one was William Peterson. Now he takes it back, and how in the world did T.O. catch that? How in God's name did T.O. get that ball? Dang, and the cheerleaders are doing backflips after that one. How in God's name did T.O. get that ball? But he did. Now it's 1st and goal. Ball on like the 5-yard line. That's a rough-ass catch. I can't believe he caught that. And it's a fumble. It's a fumble. Who's going to... The Eagles pick it up and actually gain a couple yards. That's a backwards pass. My man McNabb is lucky on that. McNabb is a lucky guy on that one. Okay, now ball's on. Wow. Ball is still on the 3-yard line. That's a great stop right there. 3rd and goal. What are they going to do on 3rd and goal? Can our defense stop No, I guess not. Westbrook goes in. Valiant effort by the defense. Valiant effort. You can't stop them all, but that is a touchdown from the 3-yard line. Brian Westbrook. So they answer that with a drive of their own. Not bad. Akers kicks it through the uprights there. On the kickoff. And Westbrook is getting some chops from his teammates. Not bad. That was a good drive they put together to answer. So what are we going to do coming back out? Eli Manning takes the field. Drops back. Throws a strike to Ike Hilliard, who gets decked at around the 30, 32, and 37-yard line. Looks like around the 37-yard line. Eli Manning drops back deep, and chucks it deep to Amani Toomer, who takes it. He's at the 5-yard line, who takes it, almost scores. He's within inches of the goal line. What a play. That's a huge play. What a play out there. What a pass out to the right side to Amani Toomer. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that matchup. Amani Toomer's an absolute beast. Loving that matchup. Tiki Barber gets in the end zone for his 2nd one of the day. You know, I'm loving our offense out here. If our offense is this beastly, watch out. Because with the Chargers, when I was playing them, the defense was pretty good. It was just the offense was absolute crap. Or at least I couldn't really get much with them. So I don't know. I probably should have switched playbooks because Phillip Rivers had a pretty good arm, but none of the plays weren't really suited, I feel like, to his arm. And then on top of that, the receivers weren't great, to be honest. Even Antonio Gates was ranked pretty low in this game, so maybe it was like later in his career when he kind of took off more, but he was ranked pretty low, and then the receivers weren't great, so you know, maybe that was part of the problem when I was playing them, but like the highlight of my offense playing with the Chargers was LT, and look at Westbrook. Look at Westbrook get out here. Look at Westbrook get out freaking like 40 yards, but then Stoudemire, I told you Stoudemire was fast, man. Stoudemire, I don't know how he catches him from the back. And look at here, 82, I don't know. I think that's their tight end out there. He's a big boy out there. Getting like 15 on that play. Westbrook takes it out, gets crushed for actually a loss of 1, so our defense holds. So a 2nd and 11. Ball near the end zone. And whoa, that's a pick. William Peterson picks it off in the end zone and returns it for 16 yards. So the ball's at our 16 now. William Peterson with the pick. That's a well-timed pick right there. Tiki Barber takes it out to the right for a loss of 1. That is a well-timed pick out there. That's a momentum shifter right there. Tiki Barber takes out to the left side on a toss for a gain of 6 yards. So now we got 3rd and 5. I'm just glad we got that pick to keep him out of the end zone, man. I hot route Shockey. I hot route Shockey to a corner to the outside, and we get it to Shockey deep. Dang, what a pass! We get it to Shockey out deep on that hot route. That's pretty good. What a pass, and then what a catch too. He gets decked, but he still hangs on to the ball. Yeah, I try to audible here, but I can't get a better play. So I just run it, try to cut back to the left side, but he gets sandwiched after gaining 2 yards up the middle. Do I hot route it again? So I'm hot rooting Toomer out with that same corner pattern, that same like little pattern to the corner. I'm hot rooting Toomer out, but I don't hit Toomer. I hit Shockey. I hit Shockey going upfield. It's a pretty good gain right there. All right. So now we're across the 50, so we're in Giants territory. Wow, what a catch. What a pass and catch on that one. I'm liking throwing it to Amani Toomer out here. I think this is going to be a good season if we can keep getting it to Amani Toomer outside on that. Nice gain. Tiki Barber takes us to the left side for a gain of 5. We could be in the end zone on this drive. Let's see what we can get here. Tiki Barber, another nice gain. 3rd and 1, takes up 4 yards. We got 3rd and 1. So what can we do? Tiki Barber, does he get it? Oh, he gets it. He gets it. After measuring it, they figured that he gets the first down. So now what do we? Okay, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it to the right side here. Let's see if they can stop this. Dang, they crush us. 2nd and goal. They crush us on that play. 2nd and goal. I hot route Shockey to the corner out again. Let's see what we can get here. Do I pass to Shockey on the corner? I probably should have, because he gets sacked for like 10 yards. So that definitely affects the progress. Now it's 3rd and goal. A long 3rd and goal. Dang. Will we score on that? Okay, that's Shockey up the middle. That's a good toss and catch right there. Shockey up the middle for a touchdown. That's a pretty good toss and catch. So we're up 21-7 now. Dang. So our offense looks really good. If our defense can be half as good as our offense, we should be in good shape, because the Eagles, they don't have a bad defense. The Eagles' defense isn't bad at all. So I'm kind of glad. I'm glad with the progress we're making here. And Eli Manning's throwing some good passes. He has a touchdown. Throwing some good passes. So it's 21-7 at halftime. 21-7. And I'll show you a little bit of the report, just like the stats here. We're crushing in time of possession. They have 1 turnover, which I believe we scored off of that. We got time of possession battle. I think we're up in yards as well. So, we should be, on paper, we should be winning. And, on the scoreboard, we're winning too. On the field, looks like we're winning too. Playing more physical than them, it seems like. And we get the ball to start the first half, so we could really actually just put this away. I hot route Hilliard, but then I get it to Shockey, who drops it, but he gets hit, so that's the ball's forced out. Hilliard, I love that hot route, so we're gonna do it again with Hilliard. And then let's see what we can get here. I toss it out to him, but Hilliard actually ends up playing defense on that and knocks the ball away from the defender. Not a great pass, but, hey, we can live with those, especially up 2 touchdowns. So we get it to Hilliard, and it's 4th and so we didn't get that first down, which I thought we did. I don't know about that ball spot, but we end up going for it here on 4th and inches, and I actually almost didn't do it. I almost didn't do that, but I just pressed X. I said screw it, and then he gets 4 yards before getting sandwiched, so we actually end up getting that first down. And now we got up the middle again, gains 1 yard. So we kept the drive alive. I almost didn't do that. If we are this good, I can't wait to see what's in for us this season. We hot route Shockey to the corner route on the outside. He passes it to Shockey, who somehow makes that grab. I have zero idea how he made that grab. You can see Shockey's numbers pretty good today. 4 receptions, 71 yards, and a touchdown. He got that strike pass to him toward the end of the second quarter. He has that touchdown. Toomer has 112 yards on 3 receptions, having a good day himself. That pass was dropped by Shockey. 13 runs, 13 passes. We are a balanced offense out here. We have 2 rushing touchdowns today, and we have a passing touchdown by Eli Manning. Pass it over to Shockey. We are a balanced offense, and as you can see, Eli Manning hits Ike Hilliard over the middle. We have a passing game here in New York. Or, I mean, it's being showcased in Philadelphia today. But in New York, we have a passing game right here. Can Eli Manning be the GOAT is the question. We have Ike Hilliard on that slant route. I throw a hot route to, I believe I'm trying to get Toomer on the left side. Give him that little out route there. Eli Manning passes it too strong, hits the turf, 2nd and 10, and not necessarily the out route, the corner route is what I mean. Not necessarily the out route. The corner route is the proper term for it. We got Tiki Barber here going up the middle. What can he gain? Not much. Barely a yard, if maybe half a yard. Now we're talking about 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10, ball on the 25-yard line, their 25-yard line. We get it to Hilliard up the middle. Hilliard with the big catch and the nice run after catch. You can see he has 21 yards after catch on 4 receptions for 66 total yards. We get it to Tiki Barber to go to the outside. He gets drilled in the backfield. I think that was a loss of 1 or 2 yards. Now we got 2nd and goal here. Let's see if we can maybe hit Hilliard out here on that crossing route. I hot route to Toomer to the corner on the outside. What are we going to do? We're going to get sacked way in the backfield on that play. Took too long to develop. And it wasn't a pass that I'm used to. So what are we going to do here on 3rd down? Throw a strike to Hilliard, who gets stopped short of the goal line. A couple yards short, but it puts us in chip shot field goal range. So this, I believe, Matt Bryant, the kicker, I mean, he could make this one in his sleep. This is an extra point. But we get 3 points on that instead of 1, and you could see that long drive, 5 minutes and 35 seconds. I feel like that long drive will be one of the things about this offense that, might frustrate other teams, man. If we get a touchdown or 2 ahead, we have these long drives where we end up getting into the end zone, or even getting a field goal, just taking that time off the clock, that time of possession, especially if we get scores after all of these drives. I mean, watch out for the rest of the NFL, in my opinion, because this offense with a rookie Eli Manning at the helm out here, I think we might be able to do some things. We'll see. We'll see how good that defense is. But Donovan McNabb is trying to lead his team back up the field here. He got a 3rd and 1, and he has a 4th and 1 now, and they're going to punt. So if this defense can show up, we could be pretty good this season. But that Chargers series, I did start off that 2-0. As Joyce does a little bit of a ballerina type move there. He goes out, he goes the other way, then he just goes back up the field and picks up not a bad game. It wasn't a bad game. But okay, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We are up 24-7. Not bad. We're up 17 points. I'll take that going into the 4th quarter. Any game. We are playing a solid game today. Just got to keep it solid. But like I was saying, when I started off with our Chargers, we were also 2-0. And then we ended up losing 3 straight. I thought I thought that would be the team. LT was looking like the GOAT. I mean, not really. I think he just had a couple 100-yard games, but we were doing pretty good. Our defense was good. Our defense was actually better than this one, I mean, in terms of the picks we were getting. But our offense just sputtered. And then 3-game losing streak where we couldn't even score. But thankfully hopefully that doesn't happen. We don't know what will happen yet, as the return man gets decked at the 18-yard line. So now the Eagles have the ball inside of their own 20, down 17 points with about 6 minutes to go. Let's see what they can do out here. And they can get a gain of maybe half a yard, 2nd and 10. The ball's still on the 18-yard line. And they pass it short to Richie for a gain of a few yards. Again, 4 yards, let's say 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Ball on the 23-yard line, their own 23. They send a man in motion. You can tell the defense is in zone coverage out here. And we got the person in perfect position on that zone coverage to bat down that ball. So no gain on that play, 4th and 5, and they will punt it back to us. And then my return man does a little bit of some crazy shit on this one, but I do fair catch it, and they down it. So it takes a bounce their way. Not bad for that punter. We have the ball on our 31-yard line. Let's see what we can do out here. We got a play. I think we got a power play that going out to Tiki Barber to try to get him in space. We can only pick up 1 yard. Remember, Tiki Barber in space is something to behold if you're in the audience, and something to be scared of if you're on the defense. And that is something to be scared of if you are on the offense. Eli Manning throwing an interception there, and you have a solid return. I think that's Lito Shepherd on the pick. Lito Shepherd with the pick and a solid return. The ball is now on our 36-yard line. So if you want to call that a momentum swing, if the Eagles are going to do anything after that, it's going to be just that. A 36-yard touchdown pass to Terrell Owens right up the field, right past the defender who didn't even catch a whiff of that ball on its way right past him into T.O.'s hands and into the end zone. So now we got a 24-14 game. The onside kick, which they get. I was not prepared for that onside kick at all. As you can see, I was lined up in normal kickoff return lineup there, but thankfully the ball did not travel 10 yards, and then they touched it. So then a penalty was called, and we were able to have a re-kick, which we were able to get the ball on the re-kick with the right lineup out there, the onside team lineup out there. So we almost really gave up that momentum to the point where you got the pick, you got the touchdown, and they almost got the ball back. But thank God, penalty for penalties. Thank God for, just the lead that we had stored up. So thank God for the way that we've been playing throughout the rest of the game. Let's see if we can close it out here. Now you kind of see me just milking out the clock here, because overall our defense is playing good when our offense doesn't screw up. So I was like, let's not screw up here. And we were actually just able to basically run out the clock for the rest of the game. Like that last 4 minutes, we ended up just running out the clock pretty much. I mean, we did give them the ball back for a little bit, and they actually did miss a field goal. So, I'd be lying to you if I said it was completely smooth sailing from then, but it wasn't enough action to really put it into the game clips I have for you here. So I just kind of went to the end. Nobody scored. They missed a field goal, but it was a really long field goal anyway, and it was pretty much garbage time by that time anyway. So you see the stats here. Look, 331 total yards for us. Time of possession, we almost doubled them in terms of time of possession.
Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Tiki Barber is down on the field with Susie Calder. Suze?
Thanks, Chris. You showed your mettle. An impressive performance in what turned into an impressive win. What was the key to your success?
Today's win was huge. The coaches, man, it's all about the coaches. If it wasn't for our coaching staff out here, we wouldn't have got it done. So I give a lot of credit to the coaches. They were a big edge in winning this game today.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time.
Okay, I forgot that I was going to show you, or I was going to let you listen to the actual player of the game talk right there, and I kind of forgot, so you're going to hear me cut off very shortly on that, on the recording, but, you know, I'll try to edit it, and we'll see what we can do, make it a little bit cleaner. Let's just see what happens. Editing this audio will be interesting. We'll see what happens with the whole, the fact that I had to kind of go back because my memory card had gotten the space taken up. So I kind of had to go back. That's what that thing that happened around halftime. So we'll see how I kind of try to do that editing. But yeah, here I'm just going over the stats post-game. This was a good win for us, a week 1 win. Not bad. Not bad against a pretty good Eagles team. So can Eli Manning be the GOAT? We'll see. Off to a good start. He had a good day passing the ball. Tiki Barber had a good day running the ball. T.O., as you can see right there, had a great day catching the ball. 9 receptions for 147 yards and a touchdown is not bad. T.O. is literally 100 overall in this game, so you know he's gonna get his. Jeremy Shockey had a pretty good day. 1 touchdown. I believe he had, what was that, 4 receptions. I don't know if that stat changed for him. Last time I checked, he had 4 receptions, and I think he did end up with 4 receptions, 71 yards, and that touchdown. So a pretty good day for him. Defensively, was that William Peterson leading us in tackles? Yeah, I think that was that was Will Allen leading us in tackles. Like, I'm telling you, those corners are good. William Peterson and Will Allen are going to be, I'm pretty sure they're going to be, like, I mean, I don't want, anchors of our defense. We got Michael Strahan and Osio Manura in the front line. We got a pretty good linebacker. I forget his name, but you'll definitely see him in the preseason. He was making a bunch of tackles. He seemed pretty good. Started with an N, I think. And then we got those 2 corners on the sides. So our defense is not looking to be too bad, I don't think. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play. Lito Shepard did his thing. I think this is the return stats, and now we're back to the passing stats. So there we go. That's our first game. Our next game is against the Redskins. Then we play the Browns. Then we play the Packers. That will be a big game, that Packers game. So there you go. That's it for this one. Catch y'all later.